Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for March 2022. Okay, Capricorn, we are in the sign of Pisces, and the element is water. So it's all about emotions this month. You are in your third house, which is the house of learning, teaching, being down to earth, numerous opportunities just to either learn or teach. Pretty good, and expansion as well. Three is always, the third house of the three is always about expansion. So we will begin. So the planet Jupiter is in Pisces at the moment, and that's going to have a lot of relevance to what goes on this month. It's a lot about very much about confrontations. It's about reality checks, all these sorts of big issues that you may have to confront this month. So let's just see what the cards say. And we have as the energy around the High Priest. So he is your moral compass. He is the church, if you like, in the old sort of school ways. It's authority, but very spiritual. So it's very personal too, about what's right and wrong for you personally. What's right and wrong for you mightn't be right and wrong for somebody else, but it's all about you, Capricorn. So big card, major card. So let's just remember that is your theme for this month. And we have the Queen of Cups there. So she could be a Piscean woman here. Any water sign woman, really. So Pisceans, Cancerians, and what's the other one? Scorpio. So she is the receiver of information. She is central to your being this month. So what's going on with her? And we'll see what the influences are around you. And in fact, around how this came to being, and also on the whole spread. Woo, the control. Control, the Emperor, very male card. Very much about control, very much about discipline, strategy, all this type of thing. Emotions too, don't forget we've got emotions. So this guy here is somebody that really insists on being in control of the situation. He sits at the top of the pile, but he's worked his way to get there. Can be for positive or negative, you decide who he is in your sort of sphere, but he's going to dominate throughout this reading for you in March 2022. And especially perhaps in terms of you being in your third house and learning and teaching, and whatever you provide support to this woman for, or this woman may be you at the moment, Capricorn, a side of you, the more emotional side. But you can decipher that for yourselves. That's not my job. It's up to you to, you know, resonate with whatever it does for you. Let's have a look at what was happening in January, late January, February time. Indeed, in the sign of Aquarius. So let's have a look. It's still relevant. And we've got this Queen of Wands. So she's the antithesis of this Queen. So she's the fire queen. She's very much about movement, action, travel. She definitely is the opposite of the Queen of Cups. She's not a person to back down. She's always there and says what she thinks, which can be at times a bit confrontational for you. But she sort of sits there, Capricorn. She is sort of, so maybe this has been a conflict around with this woman and this woman in your life. That's up to you to join the dots. But she's still around, so there you go. Okay, let's move on. What's happened? Recent influences. We have new projects coming up. Really good card for you to get, Capricorn. So new seed has been planted. All you have to do is feed it and grow it, nurture it, and it will. This page, actually, he always talks about, you know, this is a money-making card, really. If you put in that effort and you feed and grow that particular project or that seed, it will in turn bring you returns. Sorry to say it. Sounds quite cliche, doesn't it? But yeah, this is really good. So if this is a new project, and indeed sometime it could be some of you younger Capricorns, maybe pregnancy or a new baby's come in just recently, but it's all, you know, the theme generally is feed and grow of this project or child or whatever that may mean to you. Let's have a look at the lesson you will be learning in March. Karmic debt has been paid. So you have paid all your karmic debts, perhaps to this person and this person. And so you've got a clean slate. You can move on regardless of anything. It's just like the deal's done, more or less. Very high karmic card as well, so it means a lot to you. And especially in this time of emotional Pisces, it's very much about Capricorn getting a bit emotional and in touch with your emotional side. But just know that you know, karmic debt has been paid with what we've got here so far. So it looks pretty positive for me to you at the moment. Let's see what's going to be happening like the first week of March. So that will be just coinciding with the new moon. I think the new moon's on the 3rd of March. So let's see what's coming. And we have balance, 6 of coins. Are you giving and receiving in your relationship in equal measure? So we're talking about emotions, so we're talking about relationships, Capricorn. So it's about that question is pending. It's like, what is that to you? What is that to you and these characters that we have here? Are you, and it will come to under the microscope, I guess, in that early, on that new moon, because new moons are all about new beginnings. They're all about, you know, sort of reality checking to where you really are and what real effort are you putting into things or what you're not putting in. So this is a big balance card, if you like, in a way. And this is your everyday life as well too, Capricorn. So it's all about your business, your work colleagues, all those sort of people and environments that are in your large life. Very nice card actually though, but just ask yourself that question. Let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. Yeah, decisions to be made, action to be taken. You need to make a decision. You need to move forward. We don't know whether it's going towards the sun, which is a very illuminated path, maybe the path of least resistance, or we're going towards the moon, which is unknown. The moon is always a bit murky and shadowy. So, but it's up to you to make that decision, which way you're going to go. Very interesting. Options, Capricorn. Let's see how others see you. Okay, 6 of Cups. So lots of people from the past perhaps getting in touch with you at this time. People from your past thinking about you and wanting to get in touch, or maybe not even, you don't even have that relationship that you need to get in touch. You just know that those people, or they're thinking about you. It's very much past, and it's that time, it's emotional. So it's when we sort of cast back and have a look at, you know, the influences and the people in our life, and who they've been, parents, family, all that sort of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised, Capricorn, if you hear from people you might not have heard from for a while this month because of that emotional sort of theme running through. They just want to check in and say, oh, hello, how are you going? All sorts of, yeah, surprises like that would be very interesting anyway, Capricorn. Okay, let's have a look at what you're feeling positive about. and the King of Wands. So travel, movement, lots of movement, perhaps with your job, possibility of movement coming and going. We indeed, down here in Australia, we have our borders open. So there is possibilities for a lot more movement than we have had in the past couple of years. So this is about someone that comes and goes. It's a very sort of very male, very much a leader, very much a person. And if this is you, Capricorn, you know, that ability to travel for work again may present itself. So that would be sort of beneficial for you, you know, in whatever. Because I'm thinking here you're very much on top of your game. So maybe all this sort of toing and froing and opening of borders and everything is sort of pleased you, because you can actually move again for your work or just for going to visit people, etc. And let's see the outcome. And the outcome is lovely. It is the Queen of Pentacles. So she usually is sort of the mother card. She is the hearth and home. She's the person that she's just there, and you know, you can go and visit her and everything always feels good at her house. It's like and that's why I say it's the mother card. But she's very down to earth sort of woman as well, like a earth sign person like yourself. And she has a lot, maybe she's the one you want to go and visit there, Capricorn, because there she is just your hearth and home. So very interesting, a lot of different characters here, all very female as well, Capricorn, for this month, including, but this male King of Wands is interesting as well. So I kind of like the reading for you, and it's very much about, as I said at the beginning, the energy is around it. It is your moral compass. So what is the correct thing for you to do, especially with the characters you've got in here this month? Okay, just going to get your message. Pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. Really nice. So, when you take away the personal stories and fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotions of anger, self-doubt and frustration, you can look at what is happening quite simply as it is. I leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening, Capricorn. Have a good 4 weeks.